I had a thought of something the other day, and it made me think that, or it made me see that we are very much like our God. Because, see, we have God who came as Jesus, who then left and came as the Holy Spirit. Now, I don't know what I was doing, but I had this thought that, God is our authority. And because we didn't listen, it wasn't obeying him, he's like, okay, well, let me send my son who is like them. It's human. He bleeds if he gets cut. He cries if he is sad. Let me send someone that looks like them and acts like them. And so he sends Jesus. And it still didn't work. So then the Spirit came. And the Spirit has been leading us back to our kingdom ever since. So it made me think about us, how in our lives as human beings, we have our authority figure, like our mom, a teacher, our dad, police, government officials, and majority of the time, we don't listen, we don't obey all the rules. So then they give us the second version. Someone that's like us, our peers, a mentor that's been through what we have been through, someone in our age bracket. They'll send that person to us. And that person could be helping us along the way, help us to grow beyond where we were at, right? But we still don't attain everything they are trying to give us. It is until that person dies that all the memory, all the lessons come back to us. And that made me be like, that's the Spirit. That's when you go into a certain room and that mentor, that your father, whomever that guided you in life, you're like, it smells just like him. And it brings back what he told you about whatever is going on in your life, what you should do. You didn't do it when he was alive, but now that he is gone, everything he has ever taught you, which is in you, comes back to fruition. It comes back to your mind. It comes back to your prefrontal cortex. And it sustains you for the rest of your life. Which means, ladies and gentlemen, we are Jesus. We are just like him. But it depends on if you believe. Let me run it back. We got God, Jesus, Holy Spirit. No one wanted to listen to God, who was our authority. He had all authority. So he said, I'm going to send my son, Jesus, someone that's like their peers, that could be their great mentor, that could be their great counselor. I'm going to send someone that's in their age bracket. He started from a baby all the way up to 33 years old. A young man. Disciples still couldn't believe him. Seeing things right there in front of their face. And they would still ask him, can you give me a sign? So then he had to do the next thing, which was to leave his body and come back as spirit, which he gave all power to his disciples to then go out into the world. How it brings it back to us, as I said, we have authority figures, whether it's our parents or government officials or police, to give you a figure in your head of someone that's over you, like literally what they say you need to do, you need to obey. They are doing what they are supposed to do because they have authority over you. Your safety and protection is important. And they want you to understand the rules and regulations. But it doesn't always click. Children don't always get along with their parents. So then here comes youth group at church, someone in your age group, this youth pastor that's about 20 years old. Still young enough, but older than you, so got a little bit of life experience. Someone that could understand your level. But because where you are in life, you're still not retaining everything. You're not utilizing everything that person is giving you. But when that person passes away, or when y'all go y'all separate ways, life, their spirit, because they left you something good. They put it in you. And that's when we have ourselves at 30, 40, 50, and so on, and say, I remember when such and such told me this. And he or she told me to handle it in this way. That's the spirit. We are him. He is us. This is a beautiful revelation that I had. Because that's how it is. If you put good or bad, but I hope you put good into someone, we have to not worry about the what's next. Because as the person keep on living, it comes back. That's why he says, if you reap, you may never see the sowing. But do it anyway. Don't do it for your glory. Know that you planted good seeds. Don't worry about the sowing. Don't worry about the harvesting. That's not for you to worry about. The only thing that's of our concern is to plant good seeds. Because in spirit, those seeds come back with fullness and understanding and guidance, which then who you gave that seed to is now re-energized and is going to spread more good seeds. So just go out there and plant good seeds.